3.
And a 2.
To quote the movie Coming to America itself, if something's good, why ruin it?
Does this do that? Or does it live up to what it should be after a 30-year wait? We'll give you a little bit of the insight. On Blerds and Clips of the Pro 3 ENT Network, y'all should know what it is, my G's, because we banging on all things pop culture. Cuz, Pum.
Pum. Pum.
So Coming to America, different from Coming to America, is dropping now. You can go watch that on Amazon Prime. 30 years after the release of the original rated R, we get this shiny new Ultra HD PG-13 trip to Zamunda.
And Queens. Again, so basically we pick up back with Prince Hakeem. We have Simi, his longtime friend, confidant, and servant. And also even King Jaffe Jafar. You know, he makes his appearance again, but unfortunately Madge Sinclair that played his mother passed away some years ago. So we're picking up with everyone that's there in Zamunda, and we have a twist here that Prince Hakeem supposedly has a son that he was unaware of that was actually born in America after a night tryst with Leslie Jones, I guess. And they had this kid played by Jermaine Fowler.
I have questions. We'll keep this thing spoiler free and just kind of give you guys our general thoughts. Don't worry, the spoiler review is absolutely on the way because there's stuff to break down.
Oh yeah, it's a whole lot.
This thing gives us a very reminiscent feeling of the original, and then we get to see how this whole thing has flourished out for Hakeem and Lisa. Then we get a shocking revelation and a trip back to America to see a bunch of familiar characters. There are a lot of dope cameos that happen in the movie. I really didn't see a lot of them joints coming. Keep it funky with you.
Well, this is true, but at the same time also, you know, the fact that you have Hakeem and Lisa, they're now 3 daughters that they have because Hakeem is not given, you know, helped give birth to a son.
Right.
And the whole idea that we have Wesley Snipes' characters coming in and wanting to merge the kingdoms. Wesley Snipes' sister, who was played by Vanessa Bell Calloway, as you remember, was last seen barking as a dog on one foot. Now they're looking to merge these kingdoms, hopefully through marriage. But here we go. He doesn't have any sons to pass that on, so.
This much is the case. And with that being said, there is tension between the two nations now, and Hakeem is worried that if he does not produce a son or figure some way to ease the tensions between the countries, that may seal his very fate.
So off to America he goes to go get his son that he knew nothing about.
We get to meet Lavelle Johnson and his family and folks that are around him back there in Queens. Fortunately, he never went anywhere in particular and did nothing with his life. So he's right there to get picked up, brought back to Zamunda, and we from there find out if he's going to be able to become a worthy prince and heir to the throne of said Zamunda. Hilarity, I can't say ensues.
It does some stuff, but
yeah. Look, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, act like I didn't laugh. I laughed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just didn't laugh as much or as hard as I wanted to in a comedy that we waited this long for. We didn't necessarily really wait this long because it's not as if they said there's gonna be a sequel. They had no plans on making this thing.
Yeah, it didn't end with to be continued. So I mean, it's not like we were just wondering, hey, what happened to Hakeem and Lisa? We did. It was fine.
Yeah.
So again, that's the idea. You got to ask yourself, if something's good, why ruin it? Did we really need to dig up this corpse?
They tried to hit us with a meta joint and get ahead of itself just in case we, as the fans, didn't like it. And I've been seeing reviews hitting the internet. Some of them are positive, some of them are not so much. I don't know. Do we grade this? Do we 1 to 10 it?
I mean, if we grade it, I'm giving it a C-. Just for it being formulaic, typical Hollywood fare.
And I definitely feel like it is a retread very similar to another extremely popular franchise.
The Force Awakens.
I wasn't even gonna mention.
Oh, yeah.
So we're gonna put it together. And with that being said, I'm not gonna disagree with you. I think a 7 is where I was kind of at.
7, man, you were kind.
I mean, that's a on a grade scale, the C- is in that 70.
Oh yeah, you're right. 70%, yeah, because 60% is D. Yeah, you're right. All right,
yeah, that's where I'm at.
All right.
Well, I can't really give it higher than that. But again, the spoiler review is definitely on the way because we have questions.
And they're not where the babies come from, so.
Eesh. But I still believe the children are our future.
In a way, yeah.
Teach them well, man. Let them lead the way. People are there, characters are there, the beloved ones, a couple of new ones. It's fine. I can't lie. Like, even though it was kind of corny cliche, I do like the fact that they really leaned into it and named the neighboring country Nextdoria. Was pretty funny.
Well, I didn't even catch that. So yeah, that's terrible. So just
know this.
It
was terrible and hilarious, but I think it was hilarious because it's terrible.
Maybe I checked out way earlier than I thought. If you're looking for something that definitely has a lot of fan service, it's filled top to bottom. So best believe if you want that, that checkbox just to be marked off that hey, it was from the first one. You're going to see it in this one. Yeah, you're going to see it all. Most of you. I'll say 99% of it.
Just without the yes. Fuck you too. There aren't any cuss words.
No filth, foreign filth.
I like cuss words. All right, man. Listen, that's our general review of Coming to America. If you got questions, concerns, comments, want to let us know what you thought, just do that below. Just go ahead down there. And if you want to send stuff to us, do that at blerdsandclips@gmail.com. Before we get about to say, I'm going to give another shout to the fine folks over at Niceco who provided me with my very fly Randy Watson 88 World Tour shirt that I have on. And just go shop with Niceco, NYCECO. Those are the homies and friends of the show, and we appreciate y'all going to spend with them as you should. Make sure y'all stay in touch with us. Follow us, BKA Watts.
You can try 999.
Yeah, we are here in these streets, and we'll holler at y'all for the spoiler review because it's just time to tear it apart.